When I started this video, I want to prepare the video on the component operator, new component corresponding operator in ABAP 7.5. But somehow I feel first we should understand the move corresponding operator which we are using existing, and the move corresponding new variant of the move corresponding which we can use from the ABAP 7.4 and onwards. So move corresponding with the deep structure, how it will work, move corresponding with the nested table, and how we can use the expanding nested table statement, or how we can utilize the keeping target line statement in existing move corresponding statement. In my next video, we will discuss about the component operator, new corresponding component operator. We will compare in there what is the difference between the move corresponding and component corresponding operator, and we'll see how these are behaving same for what kind of syntax. Let's get started. To understand the move corresponding, I have created one custom program. I took reference from one of the standard program, demo move corresponding struct, but it was very difficult to understand that program. So that is the reason I created and change some of naming convention, and I did this thing. So in this program, we have one demo local class, and in the start of selection, we are calling the demo main method. Main method is usual we do. So in the definition part of this demo class, we have two structure. First structure, and this is second structure. The first structure type of ty struct1. Inside this structure, we have three components. First component, two components are the elementary components, and one component is the tabular component. So elementary component column 1 and column 2, all the fields whatever we are declared in this program, all fields type is char 3. So in this internal table is type of the ty line struct1. Inside this again we are having two columns, column 1 and column 2. So you can see some of the name we are repeating, so we want to understand how exactly that move corresponding works when the names are identical. Even we are having one structure, within the structure we are having internal table, and then we move the one structure to another structure, how it will behave. So like same way we are having the second structure ty struct2, we are having column 2 IT tab and column 4. You can see in the structure 1 and structure 2 we are having common column 2 and IT tab. You can say we have common name column 2 and IT tab, but IT tab the name is common, but the line type of IT tab is different. In this second IT tab we are having the column 2 and column 3, but in our first structure we were having column 1 and column 2. So this line type is different, even through this name of column are different, but these internal tables are different, which we are used within the structure. So it's very to understand how it will behave when we move from one structure to another structure. So we want to see how it is behaving. We are having internally one table. So in real time we don't use within the structure table, but when we work in the OData or some advanced technologies, or we work with the XMLs and all, that time these kind of things will come, and we have to understand how it is working exactly. So these are the structure. That's very important. Both we have to understand both the structure, because throughout this video we will be using these two structure. We will be creating the table using these two structures, and then we are seeing each and everything, not only the corresponding or move corresponding old operator, we will see the component operator which is new in the ABAP, that also we will see how it will work. So now we want to fill some entries in this structure to see how the move corresponding work. So as you can see, we have one main method. Inside the main method, we are trying to fill this structure 1 and structure 2. This is for the displaying purpose. We are using the demo output class. We're starting for starting the demo output, we just calling the new, this is the new output, and we are getting some this the reference output parameter which we will use to display this all the structures and all the details after the moving corresponding and all. So in the structure one, as I told you, we have 3 columns. 2 are the normal elementary column and third is tabular type. So in column 1 we are assigning A1 and A2 respective column 1 and column 2. In iTab we are using the new value operator to fill this structure, as I told you in my last video how to use this value operator, value constructor operator we call, to fill the structures and tables. So same way we are using, as we are using hash because the structure type is known. So we are filling A1 in column 1, A2 in column 2. This is again internal table which we have to fill. Again we are using value constructor operator to fill this IT tab, where we are filling again column 1 and column 2 with A11, A12, A21 and A22 respectively. So this is the basic first structure how we are filling. Same way we are filling the second structure. In this column 2 we are assigning x1, and we have internal table this time second position, but in this internal table instead of putting 2 entries we are putting 3 entries with x11, x12, x21, x22, x31, x32, and we have again one more column, column 4. So you can see what is the common in structure 1 and structure 2. Only the column 2 we are having column and common name, and IT tab also we are having common name, but column 1 is available in structure 1 but it is not available in structure 2, but column 4 is available in structure 2 but column 4 is not available in structure 1, like that. But we are having common column 2 and IT tab in this both the structure. We fill the data, but we want to display these entries to the output. How we can display? So this is the structure. So for displaying purpose we have to convert this structure to somewhat in the display format. So that is the reason we are again creating one table which we can have 4 column, column 1, column 2, and this something like IT tab column 1, IT tab column 2, this IT tab underscore column 1. So we can display this structure 1 in 4 column, and structure 2 also we can display in the 4 column. So how we are displaying, let's understand that first thing. So this is very important to understand this program, because after understanding this program we will use all the kind of the move corresponding with the structure, with internal table, with component operator corresponding, how it is behaving with the different form of the move corresponding is how it is working. So let's see first how it is displaying this structure. So first we will use display structure 1. For displaying the structure 1, as I told you, we have 4 column, as I have commented how we are filling this table. So we need the 4 column to display. Column 1 we will display in this column, column 2 we will display in this column. But for IT tab we have within the structure we have internal table. So for displaying this we use like this IT tab underscore column 1 we have created one column, and IT tab underscore column 2 we have created another column. Now we have to fill this work area and we have to append in this structure. This is the work area how we declare without declaration of type. We can use data statement directly, so we can declare the work area. I declared one work area, and for this work area I declared one internal table. So for filling this work area I filled with column 1 with the value of structure 1, so there will be A1, column 2 there will be A2. Now again we are having the internal table out of it, so I have to loop through this internal table. IT structure 1 IT tab I'm looping through and assigning to field symbol IT tab, and whatever the values I am getting, first value I will get A1 that I will fill in this column, and second I will get the A12 that I will fill in this column, column 2. So, and again I'm appending this entire line, whatever the data. First line will be A1, A2, A11, A12, and I am appending here. Second line, obviously second line will be, we have to clear the second line. We don't want to repeat this A1 and A2 again and again, column 1, 2. So second line A1 and A2 will be blank, and the column 3 means IT tab column 1 will become A11, sorry, A21 and A22, like that we are displaying. That is the reason we column 1 and column 2 we are clearing. So for displaying, let us display first and see how it will look like. So before that, we will see how we are filling the structure 2 also. The same way we are doing same thing. We have the 4 column. When 4 column we have to fill. So column 2 we are filling here, and IT tab column 1, this one we will fill, and this IT tab column 1, and this for displaying this column IT tab column 3 we have created another column, and we have column 4 separately. Same way we are looping through this structure, and since we are having internal table also, we are looping through that internal table, and we are displaying this in the output. Let's see how it will look like. Before doing anything, let me comment it out these things. Before move corresponding, we use Control Shift less than Control F3. Let me do F8. Since this output is not supported in the Eclipse, it will open in SAP GUI. Anything is not supported in Eclipse, it will automatically open in SAP GUI. Let me open it parallelly. So you can see how it got filled. Sorry, I think something wrong. Display structure new. We have filled this one, A1, A2. Correct. So you can see. So A1, A2, and this line A11, A12. Second time we are not repeating A12. This one A21 and A22. Structure 1, and same way we are displaying this structure 2, column 2 in X1, and IT tab again we are having, then column X1, X11, X12 and X4 we displayed in one line. For second line we are not repeating column 2 and column 4, we just repeating X21, X22, X31 and X32. So like that we are displaying. So we can see after the moving from structure 1 to structure 2 how it will look like. Just think like if we will do the move corresponding from structure 1 to structure 2, how it will look like. I will move all the component of the structure 1 to the structure 2. So just we are seeing, so we have two important concepts over here. Whenever we are moving, we are using the move corresponding with the structure. The second, wherever we are moving the data, so we are moving the data from structure 1 to structure 2. So structure 2, if some column is available, that will be updated. But if there is that column is not available, that value will be not updated. So in this case, what will happen when we move column 1 to here, it will search for the name of the column 1 over here. But if we get the column 1, there is no column 1, so it will not move that data. So A1 will be not moved here. Then again we are moving the column 2 data to here. So we can see that we are having this identical column 2. So it will move the column 2 IT structure 1. Structure 1 column 2 will be moved to here. So X1 will be replaced by the A2. But what will happen in case of the internal table? So as you can see, we are moving the IT tab structure 1 to IT tab structure 2. How it will be moved? Simple move corresponding. I'm not doing expanding or anything. I'm using the simple move corresponding over here. We will see how it will work with the expanding nested table. But if we do simply move iTab, since it's identical name, so what will happen? If before moving, it will check IT tab to IT tab. It will check if there is any internal table component is available over here. Since the column 2 is common over here, so we have to move. Whenever we are moving the internal table, so that is, as I told you, there is a two concept. When we move the structure, it will second structure will be not cleared. Means if there is no value, suppose we are having the column 4 over here, we don't have any column 4 to move from structure 1 to structure 2. So the column 4 value will be not changed. But in case of table, when we move from one table to another table with the identical one of the column where is identical, in this case we have the IT tab column 2 is IT tape column 1, this is IT tape column 2. But in this case, we IT tape column 1 is we are having a column 1, IT tape underscore column 1 and IT tape underscore column 2. But this is IT tape column, I think I gave wrong name over here. So let me correct it. It should be IT tape underscore column 2 and all column 3. How to, one more thing I want to show you guys, so how to rename anything if you want to. So in the display this structure, this should be column 2 and column 3. Control 1 you have to do, and then we have help over here. We can change name from here. This is again one advantage over here. It will change everywhere we have used this column. Since it is identical, I will do control 1, rename this one. Once again, column 2 underscore 1, control 1, rename this one. There was error, that is the reason we are not able to do rename. I do first column 2 and column 3, and again I do control 1, rename this one, and I want to delete this one. And let me activate control F3. Let me close it out, this one, and again we will execute control F3 and F8 we will do. To rename, we have to click on control 1, we will get the option. We can directly click on the control 2 to rename, but that's the easy way, control 1 and do the renaming. So now we have changed this name, table name. So as you can see, so we have common name, IT tape column 2 is common. We don't have IT tape underscore column 1, means in this table we have column 1, but in this table IT tape we don't have any column 1. So but the column 2 is available, one of the column there is available. So whenever we are moving one internal table to another internal table, so how it will work, ls structure 1 I tape equal to ls structure 2 I tape, means ls structure 2 I tape will be moved to ls structure 1 I tape. But before moving, they will check there is some identical column. So we can see column 2 is identical. Yes, there is some identical. So what it will do, it will clear out entire table in the structure 2. So it will clear whatever all the values, it will clear out, then it will start filling the I tape. But in the case of the structure, it will not clear out, it just fill the columns, whatever the column available. But when we are moving one I tape internal table to another internal table, it will clear that second internal table, then start it. If one of the column is available identical, then only it will clear. Some, for example, if we are having column 2 1 and column 2, here we are having column 3 column 4, there is no identical column, so why we have to change this table itself? So here in this case we have some identical column, so it will clear this entire table, means it will delete everything from here, then these columns will be filled here. So since it will not see now again the name, internal name, just it will move all the component because they are compatible, all are the character 3 type, just it will move A11, A12, A21 and A22. It will not check again internal name because we didn't use expanding. I will use expanding structure, how we can do this expanded nested tables, how can do, but that we will do later, just to understand this one, how it will be moved, this one. So as I told you, first it will check, since it is a structure, it will check there is identical column. We can see column 2 is identical, A2 will come here and X4 will be not changed. And since this is the I tape, is name is identical, so all the content of I tape will be moved to this I tape, and whatever the content available here, it will be cleared out, and everything whatever it is available, it will be moved to here. So let me see real time how it is happening. Let me use move corresponding. This is simple move corresponding from one structure to another structure, but most of the, why I explain, most of the time we will not work with the internal tables. So if we are moving simply column 1 to column 2, that is very easy, one-to-one field mapping will happen. But in case of internal table, how it will happen, just I want to show you guys. That is the reason I have created. Let me activate this one, control F3 and F8. Okay, I have to display this structure also. So I moved the component from one component to another component, but I didn't display it. So let me display this again, the second structure, same display, because all the columns are, we already displaying this one. Control F3. After moving the first, we displayed before moving the structure 1 to structure 2. After moving from structure 1 to structure 2, I want to display. Control F8 I will do, not F, Control F8, F8. Let me open parallelly. So you can see after move, like moving, how it will do. As I told you, there is no A1 component, it will be not move the column 1 here, there is column 2. So that is the reason A2 move to X1. Or there is no column 4, so column 4 value got intact, it will not change at all. So that is the reason there is no change in export, and A2 move to column 2. And this entire table without seeing anything, because we are moving directly I tab to I tab, and though all the fields are compatible, it will clear out entire table and it will just replace this table here. So that is the reason, that is how the move corresponding work with the structure. And if we are having internally one internal table within the structure, so with the identical name, you can see there is an identical name, IT tab. So it should be cleared out this entire table, and it will move all the component of this table, this I tab to this I tab. Like that it will happen, and we can see. Suppose I did this one, but I want to map, I don't want to move this entire table from here to here. I want to map this column 1, this column 2 to column 2. I want to move only the column 2 entries, A1 2 to here and A2 2 to here. And column 3 is not available, that let it be cleared. So I just want to move these 2 entries here, because these 2. So in this case, not only what we have to do, not only we have to map this column which is available in the structure, we have to map the column of the internal table as well. For doing that, what we have to do, we have to use move corresponding expanding nested distribution. Same thing, just we have to add expanding nested tables. That's a bit pronounced, and then again we will display. Control Shift. I didn't write the program, so I just written this. This is the standard program, one of the, but I have changed a lot of table names and column names, so we can understand easily. So in this case, what I am doing, I'm displaying this one like this. We have move corresponding expanding nested table. This next section next section I am creating, and again I am moving ls structure 1 to ls structure 2. Okay, ls structure 1 to ls structure 2, and then again while I'm moving this structure 1 to structure 2, I'm expanding this table as well. Not only that, I'm doing the expandation as well. And then again I'm displaying this one, displaying the second structure. Let me activate this one. Control F3. F8. Let me close it out. So let me open it parallelly again. So as you can see, this was the previous output. Whenever we are displaying the output, we are creating internal table. So that is the reason when we are moving the changes, so it will be not the structure, original structure 1 and structure 2 value will be not changed. So we moved from here to here, and then we have displayed. And now what I am doing, I am again this was the, but if I do move corresponding with the expanding nested structure. So what I did, as I told you, let me comment it out, this one, so that will be better, so we can see structure 1 and structure 2. Control Shift less than, comment it out, or let us see, so we can see this difference also. So it will be moved, column 1 will be moved to, then column 1 will not move, column 2 will be moved as is, it will value A2 will become here, it is coming, and column 4 value will be intact because we are moving one structure to another structure. Only the table movement will be changed. Previously, if we didn't use expanding nested tables, so in that case, so entire table moved to from here to here. But in this case, we use expanding nested tables. So again, what it will do, it will map the columns. It will see the IT tab column 2 is available here or not. IT tab column 2 is available here. But IT tab column 1 is not available, but here is IT tab column 3 is already available. But when we are moving from one internal table to another internal table, and the one of the column got mapped, so in that case it will clear out entire table, then it will try to pass the data. It is not like the structure that value will be intact, so it will clear. One of the column got matched, so that is the reason what it will do, it will clear out this IT tab to entirely, then it will move one by one all the columns, whichever having the identical name. So in this case, what will do, it will clear out this table, and only the A12 and A22 is common in this, so that is the reason we can see this will be moved, and column IT tab column 3 is not available in the structure 1. That is the reason it will be initial. So now what we will do, we will give the this internal table identical name, itab and itab. We make it identical and see how it will behave. So let me do this thing. Let me rename this column 2 is common. So let me rename to control 1 is, we can rename using control 1, or you can use control 2 and we have to click on R. That is also okay. So delete it and make it 4. Everywhere in the program, wherever it is we have used this column 2, in entire program it will get changed. You can see it changed everywhere. It got changed everywhere wherever we have used. So let me activate. Now in this case, we don't have the in the internal table the name is not identical. So how it will be moved in case of move corresponding, and in case of move corresponding expanded nested table. So in case of move corresponding, what will happen, since we are doing component by component, so itab is still, it will be moved from this structure 2 to structure 1 because it is one-to-one mapping. So column 2 mapped, column 2 moved to column 2, and itab will be moved to the itab. Before moving, it will clear it out. But in case of nested structure, expanding nested table, when we use the expanding nested table, it will map column by column. It will try to map column 1. It will try to check column 1 is available in the structure 2 or not, or column 2 is available here or not. If both the column is not available, it will not change at all. If one of the column it is available in, as we saw in this example, that is the reason it cleared out the table, then it moved only E12 and E22. But in this case, if we don't have any common name, and just when we are using the expanding nested structure, that entire table will be intact, means we will be having these entries only. So let's see. So now let me execute and show you the output. Let me do F8, Control F3, activated F8. So as you can see, in first case, when we moved, so it got entirely moved when we moved the structure, since the itab will be moved to itab. But when we are using expanding nested structure, sorry for showing this one, I have to comment it out because it is reusing this one. Let me comment it out, move corresponding. So this is the how. First one, you can see how it got moved, but we don't want to change the structure to, and then we have to do Control F3. Let me activate again, F8. So now you can see, now I have moved with the I displayed 2 times, that is fine, it's okay. So I this also Control Shift less than, it is okay, not an issue. But you can see in case of expanding nested structure, since the this column name are now different, I have changed this. There is no comma. Previously the column 2 was available in this both the internal table. Now it is not column 2, it is column 4. So both are not identical. So that is the reason it will not cleared out second table, and second table internal table will be easy. It will move only the column 2, and since it is structure, the column 4 value will be intact, and this internal table values will be intact because we are trying to use nested expanding structure. It will try to expand and try to make those column, but there is no identical column, so it will not move that internal table to this internal table. Before moving, since they are not moving, they will not clear it out. So they will not clear until unless the column is not identical. But in case of structure movement, it just replace, because we are using I tape to I tape, even the name are different inside the in this internal table. Even the column 1, column 2 and column 4, the column 3 are different, but it will map column by column means structure 1 IT tape, it will move just structure tab IT tape. So that is the reason when we do simple move corresponding, it will be replaced this entries with this one. But when we do move corresponding with expanding nested table, these entries will be intact because none of the column got matched. If one of the column got matched, that column will be moved and another column will be initials. Like that, this move corresponding and move corresponding with expanding nested tables will work. Now we will see how this behave with the internal table. Now till now we have seen with the structures. To see the internal table with move corresponding, we will now modify a bit this program, and we will create the internal table out of it instead of the structure. Let me do this. Before that, let me make it again this column 4 as a column 2, so that should be identical, and we can see the how the move corresponding works with the internal table. Instead of a structure, let me make a tab, rename this one. This will be instead of IT underscore tab 1, tab1, tab 1, control 1, rename. Let me change it to IT underscore tab 2, IT underscore tab 2. Not only we have to change the name, we have to change type, standard table of type, standard table of with default key. We can use type structure, type standard table of the structure, and let me do structure 2 with the default key we can declare, or with empty key also we can declare, with empty key, with empty key. Okay, so I have declared 2 internal table instead of 2 structure. Now I have to fill this 2 internal table instead of those 2 internal table structure. So this, in this way, what I have there is wrong now. So I can't do like this, because we have filled this one line. Now we have to fill another line. So like that, for filling multiple line, we have to do this thing. We have to put, this is one line for this internal table, delete. This is one line for this internal table, and for giving another line, we have to use another parenthesis small bracket. So hash should be here. So I tape 2. This is my one line. I have to increase now. I have to display multiple lines. So displaying multiple line, I copy same line and modify like this. Control C. For next line, what I will do? Control V. A1, instead of A1, I will display B1, B2, B11, and B12, and B21, and B22. Same thing. Okay, same goes with this also. I will copy it out, this one, Control C, Control Z, what I did, Control C, and let me do enter, and Control V, and X, instead of X I can use Y1, y11. For second line, two line I use. I don't want to use multiple lines. It will y21, y22, y31, and y32. At last, y4. That's it. So we have now internal table instead of this structure. Now we have two internal table which is having the two lines. And again, itab 1 I can change it. Itab 1 I am displaying, and this is itab 2. Okay, so display control 1, rename it display itab 1, itab 1, and control 1, rename it display itab 2, internal table 2. Okay, so I have renamed. Whenever I'm renaming, it will changing in all the everywhere it is in the declaration part and wherever we are using. So you can see everywhere it got changed. So itab, whenever we are displaying again, and since it is the internal table we have to display now, so I can't do like this. I have to loop through this internal table. I can't use like the structure loop, control space. I will use the template itab 1 assigning. Let me assigning field symbol. I will use this field symbol ls underscore tab 1, correct? And I will put this entire thing inside this loop. Control X. Okay, this is the field symbol. So let me do like this. And this will be useful if I will do Control V. Shift F1. Again, it is telling the itab is not, so I have to use this one because this is the Control V, Control V, Control V. So this behave like internal table and IT tab again. So I think everything goes well because we don't need to change this structure. This will work as is. Same I have to do with the can I rename this one? IT struct 1, control 1, rename IT table 1. Okay. Okay, so same goes with here as well. I have to loop this one, same thing, but this time control C. I have already done for the one structure, no need to do. Control V, and let me do and loop, and but this time we have IT tab 2 and structure. This is also 2. Control C, this should be Control V, and Control V. So the difference is now we are having an internal table instead of a structure. So we have to loop through that internal table to display. Initially we were having the structure directly. That is the reason we are displaying that structure. Shift F1. Something else we have to do. I think IT display table 2. That is fine. IT table 1, append table 1 now. Okay, display IT display table 2. Okay. This is also table 2, table 1. Control F3. So here what we are doing, move corresponding we have to use with the table. Now we will do move corresponding, that is correct. Control shift greater than. Let me see the table first, how it will look like. Control F3 and check how these tables are look like. F8, open parallelly. So instead of the structure, now we have two tables. In one table we have two entries. The two table also having the whatever the structure they have the deep structure. They have table inside that particular structure. So you can see this is one internal table. This is the entire internal table. This is one line for that particular internal table, and we have two lines in within that internal table. You can see this, and same goes with this also. Now we will use the move corresponding. So let me close it out. And what I will do instead of this one, control shift greater than, control greater than. Now we have to move. We don't have anything like IT ls struct 1. We have IT tab 1. Now I want to move from IT tab 1 to IT tab 2. Control V, and I will do the display the table 2. Now I want to display this table 2. Control V, Control Shift greater than. So after moving the table 1 from the table 2, I want to display Control F3. So let's see the result and then I will explain how it is going on. So as you can see, since we are now, as I told you, whenever we are moving that one table to another internal table, so it will match the columns. Any of the column got matched, it will clear entire table, then it will move the entries. That I have already explained. If we are doing the movement with the internal table, in case of structure, whenever we are moving, the other structure entries will be intact if the column not matched. This is the not case with the tables. It will clear this entire table. Now it will move column 2 to column 2. So A2 and B2 will be here, and again we are not using the this one with the expanded things. So we are moving the simple movement. So what it will do, so in the inside the table, is we are having this IT column 1, we are moving from one internal table to another internal table. It will move first this structure, so it will move this A1 here and A2 here, and A1 is not here, it will be not moved. Then iTab, it will move to this iTab, because inside that internal table we didn't mention the expand. It just move that iTab to iTab. That is the reason this iTab will be this internal table moved to this internal table without doing anything. But when we are moving the internal table, really this internal table, when we are moving doing the structure movement, so it will do basically when we are moving the internal table, so one by one line will be moved. When that means one by one structure will be moved, one by one work area will be moved. So whenever we are moving the work area, just it will change the names of the fields. If name is identical, it just move. So the iTab, we can see iTab 1, iTab and iTab name is common, it just move this line to this line. That's it. And whatever the data existing, it will clear and it will move. That's it. And it is moving from A2 to A2. This will be moved here, and this entry will be not intact because it's an internal table. Entirely it got cleared. First what it is doing, it is iTab 2, it is getting cleared, and column 2 moved here, and this iTab will be moved entirely here, and iTab. So you can see the entries after move corresponding, so look like this. So X1, sorry, I think I did something wrong. What I am displaying, I table this X1 will be moved X1 X4 Y4. Let me see what I did. I did the move corresponding iTab 1 to iTab 2, and I'm displaying the iTab 2. Correct. iTab 1 to iTab 2. Sorry, I didn't write iTab 2. Let me do iTab 2. Control F3. Let me execute again. I thought why it is displaying wrongly. F8. Let me open it parallelly. So now we will see. Now you can see, so this got moved, A2 and B2 will be moved here, and this column, iTab is a column, so iTab column will be moved this iTab column. It will know, it already got cleared since these are the tables. I'm talking about tables, so it got entirely clear. Whenever they are moving, they don't know what was the entries are there. It got entirely cleared because it is internal table. So column 2 matched to column 2 moved here. iTab match, iTab entirely moved here. So that is the reason we can see. And since this is internal table entirely got clear and the column 4 is not available, the values are still initial. In case of structure, when we saw the X4 was available here because we were moving the structure. Whenever we are moving the structure, those entries were there. Whenever we are moving the internal table, one of the column got matched, then it will clear entire that table, and then it will move one by one line. It cleared entirely, then it moved A2 here, and this iTab to iTab it got moved. Now we will see, this is without simple movement by iTab to iTab. Now I want to map those internal table entries also. I want to expand these entries. Before the expanding nested table, what I want to see, let me do one more thing. Control Shift less than. I want to get this, I don't want to change this time every time. So whatever the entries in iTab 2, I want to it should be intact. So let me declare one another data it underscore backup. So I want to take backup of this table. So backup, and I will move this equal to IT tab 2. Okay, so I can again, after moving I tab 2 got changed. Now after displaying this I tab 2, again I want what I want, I tab 2 equal to IT backup. So the entries will be again is this, and then we will try something else. Something else means expanded nested. Before expanded nested table, I want to show you keep those entries and move. Let me do that thing. Control C. There is something called Control V. Control Shift greater than. So what I will do, expanding nested table we will see later. Keeping target lines, I don't remember. Keeping the target lines, I want to move the entries, but I don't want to clear the entry. I don't want to clear the second internal table, then I want to display. So again, what I will do, I display this I tab 2 again here. Control C, Control V, Shift F1, Control F3. Control F3. Let me execute this one also. Now how it will look. So in this case, the second table will be not cleared, but itab1 entries will be appended to that second table. So let me show you. So this is itab1 and this is itab2. So in previous case, move corresponding, this got cleared, then those entries were moved from here to here. So A2 came here and this one. But in this case, expanding nested table, sorry, still it is available. Oh no, I have to change this also. Don't worry, this is key. This is not expanding nested table. Let me change this one. Control C with Control V. Move corresponding, keeping target lines. Control F3. Okay, Control less than, Control less than, Control Shift less than, Control F3. F8. Let me do F8 now. Let me close it out. Open this parallelly. Okay, let me show you guys. So you can see in this case, what in previous case it cleared, then it moved those entries. In this case, those entries will be not cleared, it will be intact. We are saying keeping target lines, we don't want to clear this table and then move this table to this table. So as is, it will be moved like it moved here, but in this case it will not clear existing entries and it will move corresponding A2 and column 2 corresponding, and the table, this table and this table, his name is identical, so as is it will be moved. You can see A1, A2, 2, and since column 4 is not available here, it will be cleared out. So like that it is moving. So it will, this time it didn't clear this table, but it moved as is. You can see this entries and these entries, whatever the appended entries are same. In previous case it got cleared and then it moved. Let me show you one more variant, keeping target lines, and one more variant we are having. Let me copy it out. Control C, Control V. Instead of keeping target lines, what we will do, expanding nested table. Okay, we will do the expanding. Here also we will change. In this case, we will expand internal tables as well. Not only the main table, inside the main table, if we have another table, we want to expand, then we want to move. Now in this case, how it will be moved. So let me change this name also. Control V, Control F3. Let me do F8. Close it out. So as you can see, so move corresponding, expanding nested tab. So in this case, what will happen? What will happen when we do expanding? Let me comment it out so we can see clearly. Let me comment it out, the normal cases, move corresponding, and this one. So let me comment it out, this one first. Control Shift less than, keeping target lines, and normal corresponding, let it be. Okay, I think I will do this like Control C, Control X, and I will display before corresponding this one. More corresponding. Control me. Shift F1. And IT tab 2 also I have to do. 1 second. IT tab 2, Control C, backup thing I have to before display. Control Shift Control F3. Let me do F8 again. Let me do F8 again. F8 and open parallelly. So now we can see more corresponding with expanded structure. In this case, it will expand that internal table. Previously, what it will do, I tab. Previously, what it do, so it just move this I tab to this I tab. Column 2 matched, column 2 moved. I tab matched, I tab moved like this previously, but from this one to this one it got moved in move corresponding. But in this case we are doing the expanded nested structure, expanded nested table. What it will do, it will not move this I tab to I tab. It will expand this I tab further and match these columns. This column 1 is matching to column 1, or column 2 is matching to column 2. You can see column 1, there is no column 1 in this internal table, but column 2 is available in this item. So in this case what it will do, if any column is matched, in that case it will clear this one, this second tab, it will clear it out, then it will try to fill. So in this case, since it is same as an internal table, so this column got matched here, column 2 and column 2. So this already got cleared, no need to see this one. This already, since we are moving the internal table, but it got moved, and the A2 got moved here and B2 got moved here. But when it is moving this one, it will not simply move here. This I simply, instead of moving the simply, it will check column by column. Column 1 will be checked, there is some column 1 is available here, there is no column 1, but column 2 is available. IT tab column 2 and IT tab column is 2 is available. So these entries will be moved here and this will be not moved, and since there is no entry with the column 3, it will be empty. So like that it will be moved, and you can see now the result will be like this if we use the expanding nested table. Without expanding nested table, so you can see the it's just simply move that I tab to I tab, this I tab to I tab, and it will move. It will not check internally what column names are, but when we use the expanding nested table, it will check the internal name as well, internal column name, and then it will try to move. If there is no column match, then those values will be initial. Okay, and one more thing I want to show you, if there is the last variant of the internal table movement, expanding nested tab also we are doing, and along with that what we will do, keeping target line as well. So there will be no difference, just it will keep those lines, keeping target lines. One second, why it is like this? Keeping target lines. Okay, I think I have to use this first. Control X, Control V. Expanding nested table and keep the target lines. Both the things I want to do together. Let me close it out, and then we will display and see how the result look like. Control F3 and F8. So see, the same will go, the existing entries will be intact as is, and then it will expand the entries, then it will go. Since it is expanding, it will check the column by column as I explained. So these all are the variant of when we are moving one internal table to another internal table. We can expand the internal the internal table which resides inside the internal table, that also can be expanded, and we can compare those column also, and we can keep the target line. If you don't want to clear it out and then append the tables, we can keep those target line, and then also we can do. So in this video, we have learned about the different kind of the move corresponding statements, and we learned about deep structure and nested table, how the move corresponding statement is work. In my next video, we will use, instead of move corresponding, we will use new component operator corresponding, and how it will behave in the different kind of situation, how we can use instead of using this all things, we can use old move corresponding instead of using old move corresponding, we can use this new component operator. If you like this video or you learned something new from this video, please like this video and subscribe this channel. If you have any doubt, you can write out in comment section. With that, thank you and happy learning.